I'm really trying. I'm hoping that Denim Design can see this live because my cousin Joy wanted to tap in. So you guys, I'm extremely late tonight. I'm so late tonight that I literally almost didn't go live. And honestly, I don't think this is going to be a long live. Obviously, it's already pretty late. And y'all know I do some of my Tarot Talk Thursdays late. But lately I've been trying to do like 8 p.m., 9:30. But, you know, here I am at 11. It's a full moon tonight. We got one more hour of this crazy nighttime full moon. I don't even know what the moon is in tomorrow, but I know it's in Cancer tonight. The full moon is in Cancer. Man, Cancer's already got some intense energy. I really don't know what I want to, I know what I want to speak on, but I don't know what I want to, I don't have a certain direction of my life tonight. I'm just going to speak to what God put on my heart to speak on. I'm going to start with my sound bowl. Along with the theta waves that's playing in the background. I am MC, Sister Cola Souljet, High Priestess of Trap Magic, Oracle, Spiritual Teacher, Night Owl. Just some crazy things happened today and tonight. I think the energy's been crazy pretty much all of this new year. February has been like insane, you know. I mean, there's been some great things that's happened in February, but some not so great things. And I want to ground the energy a little bit because one of the things that's going on is a lot of people that have this restless, you know, I need to get it right now type energy. I don't care if I got to get over on you. I don't care if I got to step on you. I want your energy. I want what you got. I want your mind. I want your body. I want your soul. I want your gifts. I want whatever you got. That's the energy that is feeling. It's like people feel not only do I want it, they feel entitled to your shit. They got people out here really feeling entitled to what you got, your energy. The most important thing that you can really give in exchange on this planet, the human spirit. There's some people, star seeds, because I said I had a message for my star seeds tonight, for my healers, spiritualists, pure hearts, people just trying to function. There's people on this planet, like I said, people that are around you every day, people on the internet, people on your friends list. They're not of our same celestial ilk. They're not of our same celestial ilk. We're not of the same caliber, not cut from the same cloth. There's people in this world that really have demonic agendas, okay? They come on here, they can sit with you, laugh with you, kiki with you, try to date you, pretend to be your friends and your family. But these people have demonic energies and they have really, really vile and debase purposes and missions in your life. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and ring my chime. Lower the shoulders. Take a deep breath. Hold it and release. Take a deep breath. Hold it and release. Well, hold it. Now release. I'm gonna do one final chime. Close your eyes on this one and think about where you need the healing most and feel the frequency. Okay? Ashe, love, and light. So again, close your eyes on this last vibration. Think about what parts of your body or what parts of your soul, what parts of your energy you'd like to heal and receive the medicine. Ashe. So I said this, welcome in, Brooke. I know a lot of people, mostly California people, it's still kind of early in California. But everywhere else where most of my supporters are, it's pretty late. So for that, I do apologize. Most of you guys will probably have to see the video on replay. I'm wanting to be, like I said, it's hard for me to move in the time that people want me to move in because I have a lot going on. Not just with things, it just I have a lot going on spiritually. I have a lot going on, that I'm balancing and, just different things. I'm an artist, I'm a mood person. Sometimes I'm in a mood, sometimes when I want to, do lives and stuff, my energy has to be in it, in order for me to be right with the audience, in balance with the audience. But what I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight was I said it's been like an influx of energy. Everybody don't have the same agenda. And it's like always so hard for people to, I don't know, wrap their minds around certain people. We want to see the good in people. We want to see all of these different things. But I'm going to tell the empaths, the healers, the spiritualists, the people that do work with other people, you do all of this different stuff, pure hearts, be mindful because there are energies that work on demonic frequencies. Even if you don't believe in that, they work in lower vibrations. And these people will see you, an empath, a healer, going through these changes. You began to go through miraculous changes. And I'm going to first talk about the forces that come from the past, or forces that have watched you. They've watched you from afar. They stalk your page. They watch you wherever you are. It could be sometime in your workplace. But they wait to see you at a space where you're really on your shit. You really on some positive energy. They see you growing and elevating. And they whole sole purpose is to siphon off that light. They see that light energy, that light beaming from you. You trying to correct things that you might have dealt with, certain addictions, or you might have dealt with certain mental imbalances or emotional disorders, or you might have been in a space where you might have been drinking a lot and just not really being at your highest potential. And you didn't see those people then. Those people were nowhere around you. You actually had to overcome and fight a lot of these demons by yourself and with the people that really, really cut for you, right? But then there's people that wait to see that light. They wait to see that elevation. And it's almost like on cue, they come in to take you off your purpose. Just for that reason. They come just to take you off your purpose. They pretend to like you. They tell you all of these things, whispering in your ear, pretending to want to be friends. But really, they do it a lot with relationships because sexual magic, sexual energy is so powerful and so strong. And I'm warning empathic people, men as well, because there's any divine masculine, divine feminine, be mindful because they're lurking stronger. The world we're in right now, the spiritual war is on. The spiritual war is on. And they are people, they're like little moles, like plagues. I've had to deal with so much predatory energy in just the last week. It actually, shit, probably all of February. Like I have one person, if I just wanted to put these people on blast, they had a man that wrote me like 96 times. I mean, it's just like crazy shit. People like that's wrote me off in the family, aggressively sending me messages and calling me. And I'm sitting there like, what's going on here? And then I'm getting these certain clients that's telling me the same certain type of things are going on with them. You know, and I'm sitting here like, that's because the frequency is shifting. We're elevating. Somebody see you doing your thing on your purpose. They doing all they can to take you off your purpose. And I was going to get real deep into this. I'm being sensitive with my words right now because I know the full moon is in Cancer. So they got people that are getting real sensitive to what I'm saying. I'm not trying to make it a male female thing or nothing like that. But women do need to be mindful because they have people that will take you out. They will take your whole entire life. You get what I'm saying? This is not just something you see on TV. There's people that hate your joy. They want to break your joy and steal your joy. There's people that ride on your energy like vampires. They want to siphon and suck it. And they're not satisfied to you at your weakest. Then when you at your weakest, they don't want you no more. You're not of value. As soon as they see you rising and blossoming and blooming, they come and suck your energy out. And I know they got women that do it to men, women that do it to women, men that do it to men. It doesn't even matter about the gender, but I'm speaking to women in general because a lot of them seem like they don't understand. Like, why would a man do that? Or why would he do this? Or that doesn't make sense. A lot of shit don't make sense. It really don't. But I'm telling you, it's almost like okay, so in E5, when we learn about E5, we talk about heaven, Majala Mope, right? And in this space, it's like God is like this energy that's so high up, like consciousness, that they have like orishas and demigods and hierarchies, right, that we're dealing with. Because God, basically, that's the universe, consciousness. So it grants you pretty much everything that you ask for and really, you know, set the frequency to. So there's the way the story of the Pataki is told, that when you're in heaven and you state your intention, because everything has to go in E-Father, where we learn everything has to go before the throne of God before it becomes something. Everything has to first go before the throne of God. And that's even elements such as metal and gold and iron, all of those things like that had to also go before the throne. Ants, you know, everything that want to be in existence, it had to, you know, have an intent to come to the marketplace, which is earth, right? And when you are stating your destiny and you're giving them, you know, what your Ori is supposed to be in alignment with, and you're stating your destiny and stating your intention, and you're telling God, I want to go to the planet to, you know, I want to help people and I want to bring light to the dark spaces, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna achieve that and I'm gonna do education, whatever it is you want to do on this planet. I'm gonna feed the homeless, I'm gonna build houses for the poor, whatever it is. You're trying to do some positive shit. It could even be like, I want to be the cornerstone of the family. I'm gonna, you know, be the one that, you know, whatever, save the family, win the bread, whatever it is. You're stating your intentions to God. This is, you know, you're talking to Olodumare, and you telling the spirit what it is you want to come to the planet to do, right? You got a whole bunch of, you know, they believe in, you got disagreeable spirits and you got agreeable spirits, right? So while you are in heaven stating your intention, you got all of these other spirits that's trying to undo you. So when you're saying, this is my intention on being incarnated on the planet, I plan to do all of those things I was just saying. And then there's a spirit that comes right behind it. And these are spirits that are going into wombs, right, to be born. So we don't know where these spirits are going to be born at. We do know that we're going to come across them. You know, they could be born in your family. They could be people you date. They could be people you work with. But their whole intent is to undo everything that your purpose is about. So while you're toiling, you're grinding, you're doing all your spiritual work, they like, yeah, and every time she try to do this and that, I'm gonna do all I can to block her. And then another one comes like, and every time they try to block her, I'm gonna unblock it with, you know, it's just like they come back and forth. You know, you know, that's the best way I can explain it in a fast term. They come right behind each other. One is there for you, one is there to undo you. One is there for you, one is there to undo you. And these souls, they're born, even if they come to the planet at different times, you know, because people are making their petition before the spirit. So even if they come to the planet at different times, they still come with an agenda. You get what I'm saying? So again, when we are on the planet, we don't necessarily remember the petitions. And like I said, this is according to Yoruba spirituality. Whatever you believe, that's fine. But I'm telling you the history of some of the Yoruba belief. This is before we come to the planet. We make our petitions, set our intentions in heaven, and then come out and live our destiny as above, so below. So if you got problems in heaven or in the other realms with spirits, you're gonna have those same problems on earth. It's just an extension of what you're dealing with in the heavenly realms. That's why they got cousins, sisters, aunties, nieces, family members that don't get along with each other, and they literally never got along with each other ever. You know, they got people that argue, and they got people that just have stone hate for each other. You be like, you know, it's supposed to be bloodline, right? It could be family members, like I said, cousins. It don't matter who it is. Sometimes they come in later forms, like school teachers. It could be classmates. But whatever the case, these people have straight ill for you. You know, they don't have goodness for you. They want to destroy your light, and they put their whole intent on destroying your light. You know, like Ifa teaches, and I was told about myself, I had enemies where I laid my head from the time I was a child. And if I overcame those enemies, I can overcome any enemy. Because of the ones in the house that I grew up in, and they knew me, and they know my weaknesses, and they couldn't hurt me, they blocked me a little bit, but they couldn't hurt me. They couldn't take me out, right? Then nobody else can either. Right? And unless it's just my time. So what I'm telling you though is there's the blocks that you can't see. You got to remove the block to get to the blessing. Some of these people that you thinking is God and heaven sent, they're straight up demons. And you can tell because every time they're around you, they draining your energy. They make you feel bad about yourself. They make you feel tired and exhausted. You have projects that you're doing and shit you working on. You know, you living your best life. And as soon as these energies come around you, you ain't doing nothing. You like partying again, and to the point where you're not even dealing with your business. You know what I'm saying? You're not even tending to the family the way you're supposed to be doing. This cat draining all your energy, male or female, sexing you so much you can't even see straight, putting that sex demon on you. You know what I'm saying? You don't even feel like getting up to go to work because he got the demon on you so bad, and vice versa. You know, but the shit is real, and it's gonna get even more real. And I'm cutting these demons at the root. Now I can't stop all of the demons from coming in. They got some demons that's pretty damn charming, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I can't stop a demon from watching my live. I can't stop a demon from being in this world or being around me. But what I can do is the ones that I recognize, you got to take out the demons in your range. Because like I said, y'all gonna see more of that coming up. More people gonna tell you the greatest thing that's happened since Shirley Temple, and you so fine, and oh, I need a woman like you in my life. I need a man like you. I'm trying to tell you, watch the demon. Because a person that's really for you and there to edify your spirit, they're gonna give you life. They're gonna give you energy. They're gonna make your load in life easier, not harder. You're not gonna have to go and exhaust yourself and pay to be their friend and chasing them down or whatever it is. It's gonna be an easy flow of things because they're adding to your life, not taking away and diminishing you, goddesses, gods. You feel me? So just really, really be mindful, because they are definitely on the prowl, because we're elevating. And sometimes these people are your own parents, whoever it is. If they're stopping the goal, if they stopping you from living your dream, living in your goal, living in your purpose, you got to cut them off at the root. And that's just that. It's unfortunate. But like I said, watch the demon that comes with the sex magic, because they are on the prowl right now. Some of them don't even like women, and they still on the prowl to take your energy. When you speak the truth, when you live your purpose, when you empower yourself, when you're creating things, they want to do all they can to stop that. And see, my thing is, I'm a kind person, and most people know that. I'm also a mean person. I could be extremely mean, just as kind as I am. And I try not to tap into that hateful energy that can be invoked in me, because I definitely work with both hands, left and right. I represent the triple goddess. You get what I'm saying? I work with light, I work with gray energy, and I work with dark energy. I choose not to be in dark energy because I want to bring light and goodness and good elevation to the world. But see, people don't let you do that. Like I said, you're dealing with a lot of demons. And that's why God gave us the ability. Some people are good at fighting and stuff. And sometimes fighting is necessary to defend yourself or things like that. But some of us are adept at spiritual gifts. And I don't like to turn that on people. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't believe in send it to the universe. Let Jesus fix it. I'm not that person. Because God gave me the gifts to work within myself, to send out, to invoke, to cast out, to bless, to cuss, or whatever I need to do to protect myself and stay on my mission. And I'm not afraid to work with either hand. I'm not afraid. You know, I normally only work with it for protection. I understand the rule of three. I understand what I throw out is going to come back to me. But if it is justified, let it be justified. But what I am telling you guys is you have to double up, double down. I'm talking really to my priestesses. I'm talking really to the empaths. I'm talking to the healers. I'm talking to the people that got the gift of touching or people wanting to touch you. The gift of insight. Be mindful. Do your work. Take care of your body. Clean yourself spiritually. It's very, very important right now because the light is being sucked out and we got to balance it. We got to balance it and keep shining the light on these negative forces. Because like I said, these people will come in, you know, I don't even want to scare anybody, but it's real. Like we really need to just be mindful. Just like they got people that break in stores and do all kind of other shit, rob and kill and stab, and they do the same thing spiritually. It's just as offensive. It's just as offensive. They will rob you of your life to the point where you think you're losing your mind. So before thinking you're losing your mind, you need to check the people around you. You got to check the people around you. But I just wanted to talk deeply about the predators. They spiritual predators. They're gang stalkers. They don't have nothing good to bring to say, and they just suck your energy dry, right? So I said this because they on the prowl. That's all I can say. These niggas is on the prowl. I don't care what color they is, they's on the prowl. But also because the gifts that we're coming into and we're tapping into now, it's a threat to the establishment. It's a threat to people that their whole way they get paid, their whole way of that they vest their energy into is misleading you. It's you know, flipping you around the other way and telling you it's evil and all this other shit, but they steadily using the power against you. They steadily using the power on you, working it on you, right? So many times, so long, so many years, Black people, we have all of these spiritual gifts. I mean, all people got gifts, but Black people have all of these gifts that we're endowed with. And they're so afraid. We are so programmed to be afraid of what we have. We've been stuck in a loop and we're looking for somebody to save us. And you got to really save yourself, you know, because it's really your mindset that make you feel like you trapped in it, you know, and you got to keep them demons out. Keep them out your head. Stop them from stopping the way you think. They can't tell you who to worship, how to worship. You got to really get to know the spirit for yourself and tapping into your inside. People will try to make you think it's hocus pocus. They'll try to make you think it's mojo and it's crazy. I'm going to tell you, I figured out so many people by the gifts that I got. I would have never knew the traps that was set up for me had I not had my gifts, had I not been on point. You get what I'm saying? So don't let them put you in a trick bag, because I don't care what age you are. You could be 7, you could be 70. Don't let them put you in a trick bag, because it's never too late to activate and shine your light. And that's what we need right now. These people are getting desperate. When people, especially people that don't believe in the gifts, a lot of these gifts lie with women. But men have these gifts too, but a lot of these gifts lie with women. And it's deemed as witchcraft. It's deemed as evil. It's deemed as all of these things, because people always want to try to grab hold of what they can't control. See, I have to watch these men. So a lot of people, you know me, but you don't know me. But these men, I don't talk about that much in my life, but they harass me a lot. I get harassed a lot, almost more than is even comfortable, right? And I have to block, I have to check, I have to do all of these things. And I've even been, you know, they try to manipulate me too. Try to make me think I'm the best thing since strawberry candy or whatever. It's all bullshit. Because the first thing they try to do is try to tell you how to think. They start trying to direct your thoughts. direct your path. They start calling you shit like masculine, or you're a strong woman, like that's some damn compliment or something, or or something to make you feel bad about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who you are. And see, I don't let them appreciate nor depreciate me, because I know who I am regardless. I don't need the compliments. I don't need nobody telling me I'm the best looking thing they seen since Rice Krispies. I don't need to tell me none of that, because I heard that shit before. You get what I'm saying? I need people to be real and people to be genuine. And when they not, I calls them out on it. And then they scatter like the demons they are. That's what demons do. When you shine light on them, they disappear. And I hate to have to go there, but it's so real. And like I said, anybody rocking with Soul Jet Healing Community, we here to elevate. We here to Soul Jet. So if you're not here to Soul Jet and you're not here to elevate, you on the wrong channel. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you're just here to watch me, watch, baby, watch me work. But we not here on no bull. And I'm going to let people know and put them up on game when I see the bullshit. They got people that pretend to be conscious. They got people that pretend to just be in love with you. And all of these different things, I'm telling you. They're here to take you out and take you down. So if you're working in your spiritual gifts, you better stand on that. They got women that'll do it. You will sit here as a God, as a man, and tell your woman what you're trying to do as a divine masculine, and they'll be doing everything they can to throw you off your ding. You tell them, let's not celebrate Christmas no more, and they out buying gifts any damn way just to be against you. So I know how they work. And I'm not saying we got to be extremists, but I'm saying that we need room and we need space and stuff to grow. I done told people, don't be in my inbox on no bullshit. Don't come in my inbox bothering me with stuff that don't matter. I do this work all day. You feel me? I do this all day. And I need time to regroup. I need time to talk to God. I need time to give back to myself and to my clients or whatever I'm doing. If it's stuff that don't have nothing to do with nothing, don't bother me with that stuff. And that's the same thing I'm telling you guys. Don't let people set boundaries with people. Don't let people get into your space like that. If they ain't about shit and you elevating, you growing, you got to leave them behind. That's part of removing the block to get to the blessing. You just got to make sure that what you think is the blessing ain't really the block. You get what I'm saying? That's hip hop. Okay? You got to make sure the ones that's coming as the blessing ain't really the block. Because they come with all kind of slick talking, what they going to do, and everybody want to do something till you give them something to do. They want you to promote them, but they ain't promoting you. All of that kind of stuff. Protect your energy, protect your spirit, and watch the demons on social media, because they out. Look, I got a page right now called Denim Design. That page had 46 people on it. 46, right? I was determined that I wasn't gonna even make it a big page. I just wanted to, just let it just be a backup page. I got so many people right now. I'm telling you, probably 250 people in a matter of 2 days, 3 days, waiting on my approval. And they don't mean me nothing. I can tell you that right now. I can look at the list, and with my spiritual energy, out of 300 people, it's probably 50 of them that's worth anything to even put on there. The rest of them have no purpose, and they coming with foul ass energy. So numbers ain't always it. It's about consistency when you're talking about support. It's not about numbers. You can have 1,000 fake people. You can have 1,000 people that's trying to bring you down on your shit, and only 5 really support. Give love to the supporters. Support the people that's on your page. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Because we all out here trying to elevate. If you see people that got something to give, support those. And for those that do all of this supporting, block your energy, protect your energy from these people that want to bring you down. And I can't stress that more. I mean, I could really, 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 really go there, but I'm not going to do that tonight because it's a full moon, like I said, and that full moon got me going already. It's a full moon in Cancer. Hey, Sister Elaine, what's up, Michael? Yes, all the way. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Austin? Brooke? D, Brandy, yeah, it's time to elevate all the way. And it's going to be people that don't want to see that. Because for whatever reason, your elevation is a threat to them. It's like a threat to what they thinking. And that's really sick to me, but that's how the world moves. They can't leave people alone. It's like, you got to think the way I think, or I'm going to force you to be. You can't force me to do nothing, though, see? They never really could. I just couldn't speak my truth the way I wanted to. It always come out bad, you know what I mean? I was traumatized, so I didn't know how to speak my truth to certain energies. But they never really could just make me do anything. That's not how I operate. I'm here to change shit. We here to go into we're in the age of Aquarius now. That other stuff is dead. And you know what I'm saying, Brooke? I know you know, Queen, because you know where we didn't came from. And even like you know, in Cocoa County and stuff like that, it's a lot in Concord. You know what I mean? It's some good, but it's a lot out there going on. You know, the Bay Area, just like growing up on the East Coast or growing up in any big fast city. It's not easy growing up in the Bay if you're not totally focused. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot in the Bay Area that seduced us as children. A lot of things that I couldn't see because I was walking with the light even when I was a runaway. Please believe it. That's why I'm still alive. But I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things that a child coming from my background and being that I had the good parents and all of that, I probably shouldn't have been exposed to. But that's where my spirit led me. It led me into certain parts of the streets and all of that, around people that was just doing different things, selling drugs and all kind of stuff. I've seen a lot of things, but I was still a light upon that. I was still a light into that. I remember a guy was upset because I didn't want to sleep with him on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like not on the streets, but he was a nigga on the streets. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I really am. I apologize. You said you moving back to Elko. Okay. But I remember this boy, I was like 16 years old, right? And this dude, because he kept on trying to push himself on me, he was that kind of predator that I'm talking about, like those those spiritual predators that try to tear you apart. I'm just trying to be on some cool stuff. But he's mad because I don't want to like sleep with him and stuff. So this boy just started beating me up, like on, you know, a dude I don't even know. I knew his cousins, but I didn't know him. And he just started hitting me in my face and he bust my eyebrow. And he's like an older man, you know, like 23, 24 years old. I'm 16. You know, and then my friend from New York, Nicole, was out there. So she, you know, she was like, oh, hell no, because he hit me in my face and shit. So she grabbed his hand and he started hitting her. You feel me? Like me and my three friends literally had to beat this dude up. You know, and then his cousin seen what was going on, so they, you know, they got involved in it or whatever. But that's just craziness. So, you know, I've been dealing with those kind of energies my whole life because when the light is with you, people want to suck off your shit. They want to suck it off and they want to destroy you. They got people that hate your goodness. Everybody is not love and light. That's why I work with both hands. They got people that's just out to just really destroy you because you want to do the good, you want to do right things. You want to bring a consciousness to the planet. You know, they got people that really, that's why you think they attack us so hard. Why you think they so quick to label somebody witches and rebel and radical and all of these other names they give us? Because they hate the light. They hate the light that's emanating from you. But then a part of them is drawn to it also. So, you know, we have to be real strong. It says in the Bible, it said Jesus will be with them. And I'm saying the people he was speaking to until the end of the age. But that means the end of Pisces. Absolutely. And he said to one, go speak to the person with the water pictures. That person represent Aquarius. Okay. That's some metaphysics with the water. So that represented us leaving from the age of Pisces, Ashe, and going into the age of Aquarius. And just for some people, because my mother's an Aquarius, but she always tend to think that Aquarius is a water sign. So for anybody else that think that Aquarius is an air sign, but it's air of water. So the water that Aquarius carries is consciousness. It's cosmic water. It's primordial water. And that's very important. And I always feel like, even in the Bible, when it says like God is going to pour his consciousness out into the planet, that's a representation of the age of Aquarius also. This consciousness. A lot of people have it inside of them, and that's why I'm speaking to certain people, because some of you don't even know. You're just sleeping with these. You are an Aquarius, and we going into that age. Brooke is a Pisces. I got Taurus on here. All these signs. But we're going into the space that the people in the 60s, they was talking about this stuff, you know. A lot of the things our people were fighting for and people was tapping into, that had a level of consciousness that was already set for the indigo children, for the star seeds, for the rainbow kids. I'm talking about rainbows as in the children that are born with the crystals, the crystal children, the indigos, you know. Yes, we're pouring out knowledge to man. And some people, like I said, y'all journey started a long time ago, in the 60s, in the 70s. But maybe for whatever reason, society wasn't ready. Or maybe it played out, or it ran its course. But those things ain't never really died, you know, and it's back because, and we're gonna do it better this time. We're gonna do it better because the astrology wheel is supporting us. The system is supporting us. I'm not talking about the government. I'm not talking about that system. You know, I guess something else too is that's important is that, you know, a lot of people wondered about like slavery and why did slavery happen? And if we have ancestors, why didn't the ancestors stop it? And why didn't Orishas come and save us? And you got all of these different things. But what people, human beings, have a problem with accepting is the goodness and the badness, the duality of life. And that's what I'm talking about. That's how we fall into the snares of demonic energies, because duality is a very real thing. And while we all have darkness and light within us, there's people that have more, that have more or less. There's people that favor more of the dark side, you know, and that's what they're drawn to. Just like they got people that's more on the lighter side of things. And then there's people that know how to have a balance and know when to be this and when to be that, you know. But on the zodiacal wheel, just like in the deck of tarot cards, it's 78 cards. The zodiacal wheel has 12 houses, and each house has 3 10-degree decans. So each sign breaks down into 3 parts, first, second, and third decan, which is 10 degrees. Each one of those represents 10 degrees. So you got 36 clusters of stars when you get around the table. And on that wheel, I mean, it's almost hard to understand the nature of God, honestly, because they have like some really hard things that human beings have to encounter. There's certain things that's a part of the natural of the will for us to learn, for us to grow, for us to go through different hardships. I mean, there was times on this planet that was really bad, like people getting their heads chopped off, and that was actually legal. You know what I'm saying? Slavery, I don't even want to go there, but people being hung and just different ways. Like if you look at some of the stuff that was going on in ancient Europe, some of the way the courts were set up with the kings and the queens, and just in not just Europe, but in all parts of the world. And that was with certain ages, in like the age of Aries and the age of Taurus. It's different ages, different things we got to go through. Just like with the tarot deck, it deals with everything the human encounters on planet Earth, good or bad, the lessons that are the universes. Because each of the first 21 cards of tarot is considered, you know, those are like odus, are scriptures upon themselves. Those are like books on themselves. Like, how can I explain it? They are like little universities. Each one of those cards, that the first 21, they have their own mysteries in those cards. There's their own lessons in them and stuff like that. So understanding that is everything that the human soul can encounter on the planet. And the wheel keeps going. That's why I said I believe in reincarnation. I understand that energy doesn't die, regenerates itself. You know, energy can't be created or destroyed. You know, to be absent in the body is to be present in consciousness, or with God, however you want to look at that scripture. So that we continue to live, because there's so much more to go. The universe is infinity, right? But there's certain things that we go through that's bigger than the body. Have you seen some of the heinous ways human beings have died on this planet? Have you seen some of the crimes, some of the things that we've done to each other? That humans, the sick shit, parents killing their own kids, kids killing their own parents, and all kinds of this stuff has happened throughout the ages. This isn't like new stuff and oh, the world's getting bad. Shit, the world been bad. It was bad before we got here, and it's gonna be bad when we leave. You know, or if you want to call it bad. You know, you got, you know, it's good as well though. They got a lot of good things that happens on the planet, is what we, you know, where we are, because you know, you got to still have the stars smiling on you too, because even during slavery, I would definitely say the stars were not smiling on us. But even within that, there's still times where things, you know, went a different way. Like when I spoke on Harriet Tubman and just where the alignments was at that time. And even like certain slaves that had different experiences than the masses, because that was their chart, you know, like a Phyllis Wheatley, who was able to be a slave but taught to read, write, and wrote her own book. The first published poet, Black woman, Phyllis Wheatley, right? But everybody didn't have a Phyllis Wheatley experience, you know. But whatever the case, with all of the, even when you're looking at the brutal system of slavery and all of the beatings and lashings and stuff that seems almost inhumane, not seems, was inhumane, things that people putting their children in ovens and shit like that, and they got a God smiling down looking at all this stuff. Well, like I'm telling you, we bigger than the body. That's how you know the spirit and the soul is even bigger than that. Because we may not be able to wrap our human mind around why a human being would have to go through that type of pain, that type of torture, these different things. And it's still hard for me to wrap my mind around. And the only thing I can make peace with is the human spirit is bigger than everything. Because I do believe that if we were just these bodies, there's no way that a God that have any type of love at all, or the goddess, would allow such atrocities. But our understanding is limited. You know, a lot of these things are just a part of the cycle and what it is. You know what I'm saying? If slavery wasn't supposed to happen, it wouldn't have happened. So whatever we were in, whatever shift that was, no matter how horrible and terrible it was, it is what it is. It happened. And we overcame a lot of things, and we're still overcoming things. But we also got to look at what we've created. Things that we probably wouldn't have never been able to create at this capacity in Africa. I'm speaking about the African American legacy now, the black experience. You get what I'm saying? The music, the culture, the things that we've added to, you know, to the world. Great things. And those things came out of our hardship. Those things came out of the things that we had to go through and we created from what we had, you know, which was hard times. We even found joy. You know, those times on the plantation, people, they told stories, they laughed, they had their moments, because Black people always been like that. We find ways to get through. There was times in life when, thank you. Sweetest of all the dreams to you too, Queen. Let me read Michael's comment. Thank you, Brooke. Because goodness will destroy most people. Ways they make money, absolutely. Everything really done is making money from the negative side to open people's mind to the light. Will we get opposition? Absolutely. Yeah, and I said that before. Everybody's interest is not in liberating people. You know, being moral is whack, and they have some destruction in some form. That's how it is. It is, because that's why a lot of people, they'll see bad things happen, whether they Black or whatever, and they be like, why he let the, you know, he ain't even speaking out for the Black folks, because it's not in their interest. It's not gonna, it don't serve them. This is why I changed so much during 2020, because I really was naive. I'm thinking all of this other stuff, and people really showed their ass during that pandemic. Can I get a witness? People really showed they self during this pandemic. People that you felt was like righteous people, man, I don't even know what to say. People that you thought was unrighteous showed up to be more righteous than the unrighteous. It's just like that. But I just wanted to really speak of this spiritual warfare, because it's really important. I'm gonna be going, after we're done with this February month. We're gonna be going into National Women's Month. It's gonna be in March, and I am gonna be tapping on. We're gonna be looking at some of the women's work. Men are definitely welcome to tap in, because I'm gonna be teaching. We're gonna be talking about spiritual cleansings more, and how important it is to clean our environment, to clean ourselves, to, you know. Now let me see if there's any messages. I'm not gonna stay long, because I already have, and it's been a full night. I just really want people to you know, protect your energy, man. Don't let nobody kill your vibe. Keep your eye open. Keep your eye open. You know, and live your life. Nobody can live it for you. Don't live with regrets, you know. We got so much work to do. It's light work, though. This one guy was like, oh, that's a big, you know, burden you're carrying. You know, that's a big cross to bear, to do spiritual work and all of that, but not if that's what your passion is. It can be heavy at times, but everybody work is heavy at times. No matter what you're doing, whether you singing, painting pictures, working in the office, everybody gonna have, you got the burden that come with the work. But when you enjoy helping people, when you enjoy bringing information and bringing light and healing yourself and others, then it's light work. That's why it's called light worker. It's light work, right? So anyway, any other messages that I want to bring through? Let me see. Got the magician, y'all. You know, get on it. As above, so below. You have the power to create. You have all of the elements on that table to create anything that you want by speaking it into existence. Know that. Bring it from heaven to earth. And that's what we're doing right now. That's the symbol of infinity. You know, so this is new beginnings. This is initiations, initiate new projects. It's time to get started. Time to take action. Some people still, you know, we caught into the past or holding on to past things, but it's time to, you know, it's okay to pause a minute, but then get ready to take action. You got to let go of the past in order to get to this new opportunity. And there's so many new opportunities. Don't let the past hold you back. Don't get stuck there. That could deal with a job. That could deal with relationships. It could deal with your hometown or a city that you're living in. Some people thinking about moving. And those that are, it's a good time to start putting those plans into work, okay? Making a plan. See, I'm picking up earth sign energy. People could be, let me see, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, but also we have this other big moon coming up, and it's on the 28th, and it's going to be a Virgo moon. That's going to be shifting some stuff also. You guys, it's time to decide what to plant your energy into. Don't waste energy. Conserve your energy, and make sure it's something that's going to bring a victory. Some people are coming into a small sum of money, and I do see a victory. So, you know, if your question is, am I going to get it? Am I winning? Or whatever it is, am I going to overcome? Yes. The answer is yes. It's victory. People paying more attention to you. But also what it's saying is that we just have to refine it. Whatever you're trying to do business-wise, whatever you're trying to do reputation-wise, it's time to refine the gift, okay? Some people have blessings coming in. This is a wish card, 9 of Cups. Love that. Love that. But also be careful what you wish for, okay? Be careful what you wish for right now, because there's, I'm telling y'all, we got Saturn with Pisces. That is a very spiritual energy. This is the time to do the work. This is the time to put it out there, okay? To get into the energy of working on certain sacred sciences. Learn. This is the time to study. This is the time to, you know, to dig and to do whatever you want to do to help heal humanity, right? Spirit is giving us that time to Saturn to give you the energy to stick to it and to actually discipline yourself, and Pisces energy, the Neptune energy, will give you the ability to trust the, you know, trust God, trust the path, trust the where the energy's going. And I'm gonna go back. I may come back on tomorrow. I'm gonna leave y'all a video message. I'm gonna do some video readings for TikTok, and of course I'll leave some on Facebook. But tonight I just wanted to get these other messages out. And that message is beware of spiritual predators, and making sure you recognize what the block is so that you can remove it. Because some things that we think is the blessing is really the block. For some people, it says luck is on your side. If you're connected with ladybug energy, drive a bug car, there's anything that, you don't have to be connected to ladybugs. And some people are. Some people are called ladybug, like as a nickname. But whatever it is, it says luck is on your side. Some people be getting new cars coming up soon. I guess for income tax, but I do see cars. Somebody getting new cars, new car. Health is also on the forefront. Somebody you could be worrying about that's having health conditions. It's telling you, though, also anybody that worries a lot, find out more information. This is with heart health. Find out more information and don't overwork yourself. And then sexuality comes up for somebody. Not too much on that. But sexuality is not just about gender or, you know, gay or straight. It's just about the way you approach sex. You know, some people may be trying to still figure out certain things about their sexual energy, or, you know, what they want sexually, or you may be taking it to the next level with somebody, or ready to, you know, express yourself different sexually. It's telling you, if anybody that do have hangups in relationships about sex, it's saying that you should openly, you know, speak to your host or the person that you want to, you know, experiment with. A sexual experimentation for some people. I ain't gonna go there. Some people may just need to get laid, you know. Sorry for putting that out there, but that's what is being said. This is a time also for people are meeting soulmates and stuff. So, but that's why I'm saying to be careful, because there's people that's really not the soulmate, but they come in like they the soulmate. They come in like, you know, they have something good for you, but their intention is not good for you. It's bad, you know. And I know everybody can't take my message tonight. I'm sorry for that. For those that are still here, I give thanks. See if any other messages come through, but it's important because we have to stay strong and we got to look out for each other. Brother Michael, Sister Elaine, very good people, good spirits. Everybody, I can't see everybody that's out there, but Brooke been with me for many, many years. That's been a client of mine, since I first started reading tarot cards. Long time. To the point now she's not even a client, she's a friend, you know. Probably know Brooke over 20 some years now. 15, well, I don't know, about 17 years or something. I don't know. Still a long time. But anyway, let's see here. Meditate and contemplate Pisces energy. Yeah, I keep getting this energy with luck is on your side. So people check y'all house star placements in Jupiter, because you are going to be coming into some people will be getting money luck. You could be coming into money that could be through gambling or through some type of a gift or just unexpected flow. You may get more than you thought you was getting back on taxes for some people, but luck is on your side. It's telling you to stay focused and you are very close to achieving your goal. Okay, so somebody been planning something and they've been putting that money together, or just may not be money, but it's putting a plan together. But it says, you know, keep the focus, because the stars, when they say luck is on your side, the stars is on your side. You see how you hitting that target, and it says you're very close to achieving your goal. So don't give up. Okay. Hey, Brandy, thank you. I know you just been sitting there so quiet. How you doing? Well, I did see you say something earlier, but thank you for watching and supporting. You know what I want to do? What I think I'm going to close out on? I'm going to do three. I'm going to do a few cards from this deck, and then I'm going to read a quality from my Book of Qualities. I use the Book of Qualities to divine sometime. So I'm going to leave you guys with a message, just a little poem to put on your mind there. I know, girl. I know that's right. Me too. I'm feeling good. I am feeling good right now. Listening to the theta frequency. I mean, this has just been some really crazy energy. Even one of my cousins, he just randomly showed up to my house tonight, like beating on my door. Like, and I mean, he don't even live out here. So it was like, what the? I kind of went in on him because I was in here reading and I didn't know who it was. Like I told you, the predator's predating right now. The freaks come out at night. And of course, he's younger than me, so he was on some hot mess. It wasn't nothing important. So I just sent him on his way and told him to come by at a time, like daytime. Don't just be coming over here at night, creeping up on me. Well, you been and got killed. I don't even know. Boy, I didn't even know you was. You know. So somebody is saying pay your bills. Somebody could be having issues with bills or needing. Somebody could be helping somebody pay bills also. But after you pay the bills, it's saying to make sure you get a massage. When you have any extra money, take care of the big bills. This may be also dealing with tax stuff too. But it is speaking to that, because you know what? Paying your bills is good karma. Sometimes we try to decide. I have to learn that. You know, when you pay your bills, I like to pay my bills on time. And when you pay your bills, it is good karma. It really is. It says get a massage. A couple of people I know could really benefit from a massage. It's saying meditate. So yeah, loosen up. Somebody's been really dealing with a lot of stress. Get loose. And that could be for men too. I'm not speaking to just women. Some men need massages, you know. That could be something if you have a spouse, but if not, get you a professional massage. You know, go and treat yourself. Does somebody say stop procrastinating? This is bills again. Y'all may know somebody like this or whatever, but it says maybe a certain bill you don't want to pay, you know, but don't procrastinate on the bills. And don't procrastinate on that massage either. You know, some people are dealing with a lot of stress that's locked in, the back area, the neck area, you know. View the night sky. So that deals with astrology or just getting outside. I don't know. People say they don't see the stars the way they used to see them back in the day, you know. I remember in the South where I'm at, it used to be full of stars at night. And sometimes it is good to just stand outside and bathe in that star, in that cosmic celestial energy. Sometimes revelations come through that. But also, you could view the night sky by viewing astrology. You can also look at, astrological patterns and just different things like that to kind of know what the night sky look like. You may want to go out and look at the star systems that you can see. I don't know. Some people get a sense of comfort from looking at the sky at night. You know, I got my tree huggers too. It says talk with a tree. For some people, that's smoke a tree. Everybody, some people talk to trees, some people smoke trees. Some smoke while talking underneath a tree. I don't know. But for some people, it's saying connect with green. Talk with a tree. It could be your plants, the plants you have in your home. Talk with the plants. Give the plant life. The plant represents your soul. When you have a plant, that's a reflection of your soul. And you will notice that when you're doing good and you're feeling good, your plant is blossoming, it's flourishing. And when your energy is low and bad, you'll notice that, unless it's a mighty plant that's there to just really help you heal, the plant will start dying. It'll start sinking down and shit. You'll be like, dang, what's wrong with the plant? It's reflecting what's going on with you, even if you're feeling sad. That's why it's good for us to keep a good relationship with our plants and animals if you have them. But plants are definitely, they have divine messages in plants. You can plant things in plants. You can do spiritual work with plants. Plants are very peaceful. They bring you so much light. So for some people, talking with a tree could be simply that. Some people could be growing marijuana, especially if you're in California. You could be growing a weed plant too, or weed plants with an S on the end. Whatever the case, connect with nature. Okay, this is all about tapping into the gifts, getting that massage. Some of you guys may be good at massaging. Some of your calling may be to massage other people. So some of you may be called to be a massager. Brooke, I think Brooke do massage. Yeah, the plants. It's all about the plants, man. Listening to music. It's like you're being called to shift your frequency. And even though bills may be a worry, it's so second nature. It's like in the first column, pay your bills. Okay. Stop procrastinating, pay your bills. Okay. But the need to take care of yourself, to get a massage or to get into massaging, to view the night sky and be in nature, to meditate, to talk with a tree, to listen to music. You're being called to shift your frequency. Some people are too locked into the storyline. We talk about this a lot. The storyline on this planet, they got so much stuff that's going on, and people get so locked into these identities, so locked into these storylines that you can't shift out of it. They got people that's exhausted. I hate my job. I'm looking for another job, but they can't even get out of the drama at work. I have clients that call me still wrapped in the drama, and I'm saying, I thought you didn't like that job. I thought you was moving on. Why are you worrying about if you got the award or not? Or why are you worrying about what her job description is if you trying to move from this space? But they don't get it. It's so you so vested in it that you can't even shift the frequency to move away from it. Don't be afraid to let go of what's not working. People, places. And like I said, I've also picked up people that may be moving out of their hometown or moving out of the current city to get what they're gonna need. Make eye contact in the mirror. Okay, so some people may be good at scrying. Some people may be good at scrying in the mirror. And for some people, it's just taking a look at your soul. Take a look in your eyes and see where you are. For some people, you will see things revealed to you. Like I told y'all, tonight I'm dealing with the star seeds, the healers, the spiritual teachers, the pure hearts, the advocates, the revolutionaries, people that are here to make certain changes where you're under attack. Okay, so spirit is asking you to charge up a little bit. You got to charge up because we are still at war. We got spiritual warfare. And now that we're bringing more light, more energy, and they starting to see it now, you got to be double ready. I've been in here teaching myself all kind of new things. And when I master some of these things or learn them better, I'm going to teach them to you guys. I'm going to show you some of the things I learned. And hopefully you'll come on the Metaphysical Monday. I'm still waiting on some of y'all that should be guests on the show. If you're interested on being on the March or April schedule, because I'm pretty much done with February. I have a a guest coming on next week. But if anybody's interested in coming on a Metaphysical Monday with some information or something you want to build on, culture, community, esoteric, spirituality, we are here for it, okay? And yeah. So I did say I was going in to say, let yourself cry. Some people need to release. This is all I'm seeing. Dance. All of these things are tapping back in to the spiritual energy of what we need to be working on. Take a journey. For some people, it's traveling. Some people will be going on sabbaticals or going on spiritual journeys. It may be overseas. It may be in a space like Mexico or somewhere in America that has like high vibrational points. Places like Arizona. Places like certain places in California, even just by the beach or anywhere. But it's about, spring is coming. Spring is springing, you guys. So we're gonna put this winter energy of death and release. We're gonna take that off and begin to tap into that spring energy of new beginnings, planting new seeds. So we're gonna go ahead and read out of the book of qualities, and I'll be done. Okay. So I'm reading from the book of qualities. I guess I need to say that because this isn't my poetry. And this is by J. Ruth Gendler. And I got this book many years ago. This isn't even the same original copy, but I had a copy of this book many years ago, probably over 20 years ago, from Mystic Dream. It ain't been over 20 years. I swear to God, I'm like 60 years old or something. It's probably been about, I don't know, 15 years. But this book is the book of qualities, and I just thought it was really a great book because it gives the qualities like it gives them human qualities, and it gives a story, and it's really good for me when I like to do readings and give people a little bit about people they're dealing with. It may be traits in yourself, things to look at, but it's really about the qualities in people, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'll be asked to be guided with a certain trait that I need to pay attention to in another person or even in myself. So we're talking about spiritual predators tonight. So I'm gonna just go through the book of qualities and see what comes out. And I want you guys to pay attention because I have to turn the music down for this one. I want you guys to pay attention because sometimes, it's a story that really makes sense, but it could get tricky. I want you to be able to break it down and stuff, in your mind. Okay, so let's see the first quality that we have that we need to be aware of. Oh, that's not a bad one. This is excitement. They want me to read excitement. Okay. Excitement wears orange socks. He understands the language of flames. He loves to build fires. He first taught me how to build a fire when I was 17. I was young and scared of being burned. Now I'm preparing for another visit. This time I'm going to open my heart and let fire inside. Excitement is a visionary. He is skilled in the art of friendship. He has worked at many jobs: electrician, juggler, sign painter, singer, inventor, poet, etc. Excitement always has to move around. As a teenager, he took a room in Anxiety's house. And last winter, Patience sheltered him. The wind taught Excitement how to be in two places at once. They're still very good friends, though they do not spend much time with each other these days. Sometimes when Excitement dances with the wind, there is lightning in the sky. Yeah, some people need this level of excitement, and some people are this level of excitement. And to be in dull environments or dull places, they can't do it. Sometimes we deal with people like that in relationships. That's why I use the book of qualities, though, so I can try to understand certain qualities that people may have. And that one was a pretty light one. Some of them are really heavy. I'm going to read competition to you guys, and I'm going to end it on competition because I know this message is for somebody, okay? Whether they're here now, will be here. I want y'all to pay attention to competition. It's a little bit longer. And it talks about a relationship between three people. Okay? So let's look at competition. It may apply as in a love way, but however you take it, okay? Competition is ruthless. He has to have an enemy. Otherwise, he has a life is meaningless crisis. For him, there is only one right way, and it must be that way always. He has no respect for different colors, different crop varieties, or different points of view. He would divide life down to the smallest particle in his search to find only the best. It's hard to say no to competition. He makes the game sound so inviting until you are caught in the middle and begin to see how he has rigged it. He makes up all the rules and tell us some of them. We tried to change the game and he kicked us out. Years later, I dream. I have forgotten to turn in my final assignment and I'm failing his class. His rules still haunt me. Competition was in love with creativity, but he married efficiency. Not that creativity would have married him. Competition and efficiency seems more like allies than lovers. They never shout when they disagree. They settle their differences logically. However, it is not as rational as it seems on the surface. Efficiency still feels more than a little jealous of her husband's passionate past. She has all kinds of plans and schemes to banish creativity completely once she is sure in her position and certain of competition's loyalty. Luckily for us, no one is ever certain of competition's loyalty. Considering his short attention span, his history of treachery, and his inability to ever make a commitment to anyone, we can almost assume that creativity will be safe from efficiency's snares. Now, we all have, I'm going to say we all, but many women and men have dealt with an efficiency and the competition and the creativity. You know, we find that a lot in narcissist relationships are people that are, you know, kind of control freaks or whatever. But anyway, I just wanted to share some of those qualities. I hope y'all found that enjoyable. I'll be sharing more of that because I do use them in my readings and stuff like that. So it's something, you know, I like poetry. Got some good ones in here. But anyway, you guys, protect your energy. One of the things that I will recommend is, you know, do some salt baths. Yeah, just to get started. But I got some way more powerful stuff than that. And some things I'll be teaching in workshops, but other things I will share on Metaphysical Monday or Tarot Talk Tuesday or Thursday. Thank you guys too. I appreciate your energy tonight. It wasn't easy tonight. You know, it seemed like everything kept trying to stop me. And because of that, I thought it was so important that we build on the spiritual predators. I mean, I could have went real deep, but I didn't want to trigger nobody tonight because of the full moon, you know, but be careful, you guys. Be careful with your children. Be careful who you let around your children. Be careful who you let in your home. You know, like how they used to say about vampires. They can only get into your home if you invite them in. They got real live vampires out there, and they there to eat stuff off your energy. You know, some of them want your blood. They really do. Be careful. You know, I watch a lot of crime TV and shit, so I be like, oof, you know, not to be morbid, but it's just a part of life. You know, we got to be able to, you know, see all types of things. Shout out to Aaliyah Reed, that sister down there. She deals with some powerful, heavy stuff that some people would be scared to deal with. She deals with the dead, you know, and I love it. I think it's awesome. You know, it's an honorable profession, and it's a faith that, you know, you're awesome too, Sister Elaine. You really are. I just want us to be empowered, and I know that, you know, there's a lot of people and things that, you know, that old system is trying to keep us locked in, but we're in the age of Aquarius now. So let us embrace this information age and the spiritual gifts, and let us elevate, let humanity elevate, intelligence, you know, new cures, new inventions. So it's not all bad, but you know, as we're shifting, it can be difficult. So, but anyway, you guys, y'all have a blessed night. Oh Lord, Aaliyah, how have you been doing with this Cancer moon tonight? Anyway, you guys, manifest great things. Peace, love, and light. Love you guys. Ashe.